Welcome back to What's the Chat, podcast number 3 with Alex and Matthew. Again, babe, every week I ask this question.
I'm good.
No, but I know you're good. Are you excited to be back?
Yes.
First time ever you've been excited about the podcast. So guys, we have, it's been a busy day at work today. You've been pretty busy. We finished up, got ready, and we're going to, how long have we got? We've got 25 minutes before we get picked up in a taxi.
Yeah, to go to a surprise party.
So yeah, we've got a surprise party tonight, so we've obviously got to be there on time. Because nothing would be more awkward than turning up at the same time as them and ruining it for them, would it?
Yeah.
So it's an exciting party, which can't wait to go to, but we need to talk about what's been happening this week, of course. And again, thank you to everybody with their nice comments. We've not had one nasty one yet to our face.
I think you've just not told me about the nasty ones.
Not had any nasty ones. I put up a video yesterday and got more nasty comments on that, on like hairdressing world, than we've had on any of the podcasts. So that's.
I think you're sheltering me.
I'm not sheltering from it, but to be honest, even if we did get any nasty ones, I wouldn't tell you. I don't think anyway.
See?
But we've not had any, so it's all good. How has your week been?
It's been okay.
Anything been happening? Anything exciting?
No, just very busy this week.
Ask me how my week started, please. My working week started.
How did your working week start?
Terribly. Really bad. You know why?
So?
Yes. Ask me why.
Why?
So, I like to start the week well and good.
I don't think I know this story.
You know the story. I may be over exaggerating a little bit, and it might not have been that bad,
Or
but
the client.
no.
Oh.
No, all the clients have been great this week. No, so
right.
so on that, I've got no idea who you're talking about. So on Tuesday, that's the start of our working week, and I turned up to work and I felt quite good about myself. I thought I'm feeling alright.
Yeah.
But I did know.
Same day, to be fair.
So in the morning, I had dropped a bit of toothpaste on my t-shirt. It was a black t-shirt as I normally wear, so that was a bit of a nightmare.
A big bit of toothpaste.
It was a big bit of toothpaste. But before I left the house to come to work, I wet a towel a little bit and rubbed it, and I thought that would get away. And the second part of the bad bit was I couldn't find a scarf. So I thought I'll wear a scarf and that will cover it up. Couldn't find one, wiped it, thought that would work. Halfway through the bus journey I thought it's not going to work, it's only getting worse now that it's drying in. And I thought there'd be a scarf at work, and there wasn't a scarf at work. This podcast is so good. Also, as the day went on, you then pointed something else out to me. Similar to that. You can swear if you want.
You look like you shit yourself.
I did a little bit, didn't I? So I was wearing black, again, jogging bottoms to work, and I must have sat in coffee or like something.
It looked like sprayed brown stuff all over your bum.
so that's how my week started. I had toothpaste on my t-shirt and sprayed brown stuff on my bum area, and it was a nightmare start. And that day, I was just a bit rattled that day.
Yeah.
And I think I'm quite good at hiding things, I'm quite good at putting this act on, but I couldn't on Tuesday. I struggled. One of your clients said, you need to go for a walk, Matthew. It's never good, never good when a client says that. And I think there was somebody in that day that sort of slightly...
You know what I'm talking about now.
Do you know what, I remember the incident, I can't actually remember the person.
You must.
Oh yes, I do remember, 100% remember. So
if you're in with Matthew on Tuesday, then
that was the start to my week, and the rest of the week's been amazing. It's been really good. It's been really busy. There's been an awful lot happening this week in the world. Lots of things, and we can't
talk about
Phillip Schofield. He is out. Official.
Yeah.
Were you surprised?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
When you think about it, maybe not. But yes, we didn't expect that on Friday morning, did we?
We didn't. And I think I think like the 2 points are, of course we're surprised because he's got children and he's married. But then when you actually think, he's came out and you look at it from that point of view, you think, well, maybe you're not surprised in a way, and not in a, you just aren't. And I think
there's been rumours for a long time apparently, but
yeah, and I think I know there's been a lot of things going about, and it's obviously been an ongoing thing. The key points I've taken out of this, if you're interested or anyone else is interested, is do you want to check your phone there, Alex? It's flashing up quite a bit there.
It's Uber for going to the party, so I'm just worried.
1 second. So what I'm going to say is there was 2 points that I picked up on. First thing was, it's all good.
It's all good. They're just confirming that they're on their way.
So the first thing was that he said that he has never lied to his wife.
Did he?
Yeah, he said he's never lied, which makes me think it has possibly been It's been about something. It's been. It's not just like it's not woken up yesterday morning and thought I'm gay. Like it has. And the second thing was.
I mean, really, I've got a lot of questions for Philip.
What would your main questions be?
Well, I'd like him to come on the podcast and we could ask him.
Come on, Phil.
No, sorry, I interrupted you.
No, you didn't ask you. So yeah, Phil, if you want to come on the podcast, come on.
It's not that it's my business, but yeah,
there is a lot of questions, and I think that
interesting.
over time, I'm sure these questions will be answered.
Well, yeah.
I would imagine so, but yeah, he must have been having an extreme battle with himself.
Yeah.
It's great it's came out, and I don't want to be the cynical one on the podcast. I don't want to be, but you know, there's been stories brewing with Phillip Schofield over the last few months, would you say? There's been rumoured tensions with people, there's been rumours that he doesn't get on with people, there's been a lot of these rumours going on, and I wonder if there's been a story that if obviously there's somebody that got the information, somebody knows more than we know, because obviously
I think a lot of people have been on the secret. Actually.
Yeah, so I do think that there was possibly a story that was about to come out.
Yeah, maybe.
Do you think it's just a maybe? Or do you think it's right?
I actually started this story with you. I think I dropped that thought.
Yeah, you did drop that thought in my head.
I just wondered if the Ruth thing, and you know, it was a bit of a diversion.
Yes, and it's yeah.
They knew that something was going on, but whoever's like feeding the press has maybe not got it completely right. I don't believe it's completely coincidental that Mr. Nice Guy is suddenly painted as this, you know, oh he's not nice to whoever it is, you know, Ruth and Amanda Holt and all that, and then suddenly the story comes out. I think it's a bit coincidental. And
I think we know how the media works. There was a story about it wasn't a story, it was like a factual thing about a YouTuber recently. She was I think her name's Nikki something, I think it's Nikki Tutorials. I think she's a makeup, I don't know what she does, but I think she's a makeup artist or something along. She's a makeup artist, or she's in that industry. Massive YouTube following, like ridiculously big, massive Instagram, massive media following, and nobody knew that she was like, her following is ridiculously big, and basically she was getting blackmailed and saying, we're going to tell everyone that I think she's transgender, but no one knew at all. So
she was previously a male.
Yeah, mate.
Oh, you told me that, yeah.
Obviously this person was blackmailing her, whether it was for money or whatever it was, and then she went out and done a YouTube video saying, I want everyone to know that this is what I am. And then that just takes away any of the ammo that the other people have. And whether that has been a bit, I'm not saying it has been a part of it, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Maybe it's forced them to sort of say, right, now's the time.
It's maybe pushed it forward a little bit.
Who knows?
But good on him. I think
it's sad to think that he's not felt he could be honest. Whether it's gone on for a long time or it's been a recent thing that he's really realised himself, because we don't know the facts. We don't,
and I think that's it. Whatever has happened, there has been an ongoing battle with him and his mind.
And it's quite sad to think that he thought at the time he had to give this image of, you know, this straight man with a wife and children and this family image
and
to get anywhere in his career.
Every day he's been battling that, and I think we probably all look at him and thought before yesterday and thought he's got a great job, he's got money, he looked like he had the perfect sort of life going on, and deep down he's got all these battles going on. So a little lesson for the podcast: you never know what's going on in somebody's life.
Well, that's exactly what he said in his statement.
Did he? I've not even seen his statement.
He said, you know, you don't know the battles that people have. You don't know what people are struggling with.
You don't.
It was along those lines.
We've all got inner battles. We've all got things going on.
We're getting a bit deep.
We are getting a bit deep, and it's not what the podcast is about. Oh, so close to saying a joke there. It's not what the podcast is about, but yeah, everyone's got their own battles, no matter who it is. So
even Philip.
Be nice to everyone. That's the point of that. So that was quite a big story. It sort of happened out of the blue. It was interesting, and good on Philip. And hopefully, and I think from what he's saying, he's also had a lot of support. Since he's doing that, obviously he has support from his family, now a lot from his fans, and
it's very nice that he did it. He did it the way he chose to do it,
which is a good way.
Nobody pushed him. Well, we don't know what's
going on, but he done it on his show,
and he said what he wanted to say. He put it on Instagram.
Yeah, and it was a very nice statement.
Yeah.
So that's all good. That's so I hope that he's now living life on a daily basis with that off his chest, away from his shoulders. So that's it. That happened, which was quite a big thing.
And his family knew, and that's what matters. We don't actually matter.
We don't matter at all.
You know?
And he matters, his family matters, and as long as they're
going on with them,
all
it's their
good,
business.
exactly, 100%.
Anyway, sorry.
So I totally agree with that. So that was a big thing. I need to bring this topic up, and I know you said don't.
Oh no, they're coming for us.
So the doctor in China, who basically in December I think it was put a WhatsApp message out to a group chat to other doctor friends and said this coronavirus is quite bad.
Well, this is what we think we know.
This is what this is what he sent. So there's pictures of this, but then people in Hong Kong and China and things made him sign a form, a declaration of something to say that he lied, he was scaremongering, and also that I think he had to sign it was getting them for like public disorder or something along those lines, right? So that's happened, that's bad enough. So the person who sort of, is it a whistle, what is that what you call it?
Well,
That's what they called him?
yeah.
So, just quickly, the person who announced coronavirus a couple of days ago died of coronavirus. Now, there's nothing funny about that, obviously.
No,
but what it is, it's a bit strange.
Yeah.
It's very strange. And
well, you said he was arrested last week.
he was arrested, yeah, I think it was last week he was arrested or something, and then he went to hospital. He put out a tweet saying, I'm in hospital, I've got coronavirus, I think you can get through conjunctivitis because I was doing an eye surgery or something the week before.
Is this what they've made him
This
say?
is what it said anyway, and
So
he's now
corrupt.
died with coronavirus.
So corrupt. There's so much more to that, I'm sorry.
I cannot
but
believe it, and I think what people are led to believe is that coronavirus is obviously killing people that have got, whether it's the elderly, whether it's people that have got, I can't say that word, vulnerable people.
Vulnerable.
And he wasn't, he was a doctor, he was healthy from all we know. I find it too much of a coincidence that the person who announced coronavirus got into trouble for announcing coronavirus dies of coronavirus. And I've seen some horrible videos of people getting like dragged out of their houses and stuff in China. It's horrible.
I've not watched them yet.
It's like a horror film. Like it feels like things are closing in and things are evolving without, and because of the media in that country, only certain things get out. They're quite sort of.
Yeah, I don't think it's even right to say it's a conspiracy theory, because that almost would suggest that there's, it's a myth. I think it's
more than that. I think my issue is
they're very corrupt.
I don't think that they would go to this much trouble and all these protocols and all these sort of sanctions and all these things that are going on if it wasn't more serious than we're led to believe. That ship in Japan scares the life out of me.
Yeah.
Talk about cabin fever. You would have it. Big time, wouldn't you? So that's something that I just think is not right, and if anyone's not really heard much about it, go and read about it and see what you guys think. But that's like me saying I think everyone's going to die of the cold, and then coincidentally next week I get the cold and I'm away. Don't think it's right. So that's been news-wise everywhere.
Yeah.
We've obviously got our special coming up next week on the Rio Ferdinand and Kate Wright documentary. I love Rio Ferdinand for lots of reasons. I love him for football-wise. I love him as a media personality. I love his fashion. He dresses incredibly well. Also, can I just stop? We're meant to be going to this party tonight, so this is more for the people that are watching this on YouTube. I bought a new hat for tonight's party, and I don't think I'm going to wear it.
Why not? It's lovely.
So this hat, we're having a bit of a hard time today. So podcast viewers, listeners, go to the YouTube channel to see this point of the podcast probably. I've got it down here, I'm going to show you guys. So Alex, are you looking forward to Kate and Rio's documentary?
Yes, I am.
What's your thoughts?
On the hat or Kate and Rio?
Kate and Rio.
I really like them. I like them as a couple. I've always liked Kate even before she was with Rio. Like him.
Did you like her in the Towie days?
Yeah, I did actually.
Yeah. She's quite a sort of, compared to some people in Towie that were on that, she seems to me quite a natural, I don't mean natural beautiful, but that sort of.
I respect that she left Towie and left that life to be around Rio and his kids, and I think that, that's quite a lot.
It is a lot.
Comes from Towie, you can really build I mean, she's already built a good career, but yeah, I think it was, I like that. I just like her.
And not only has she taken up, like, she's also left Towie and sort of, which I think is a good. So Alex is looking at my hat. Right, I'm going to do it, guys. Let me know what you think, right? Black t-shirt on tonight, just got a wee pair of jeans on. What do you like? See, when I see it on camera, I don't look like I'm a celebrity. So I don't know how to say about her.
Doing a bush tucker trick.
That's it.
With a vegan sausage
That's
roll.
what we were doing. Oh my, like I really liked it. So we went to H&M yesterday and I thought this hat looked incredible. I used to have the black one.
It does look incredible. So good.
Yeah, incredibly bad. I just think tonight, and do you know what? It's like, it's stormy tonight. It's not really a night for probably wearing hats.
We're not going to be outside doing bush tucker.
I think I'm going to leave the hat tonight after seeing it on camera as well.
Okay.
So yeah, we've got Kate and Rio's documentary that we're going to be doing a video on Tuesday night about. Which I'm excited about that because I like the two of them and it is a lot to take on.
It might be a bit sad though as well, you know. I mean, they are where they are, and she has become a stepmom because his wife died.
Yeah,
obviously, he did a documentary about that as well.
It is going to be quite upsetting, and also
it must be very difficult to transition, like from their kids' mums died, and
I think as well they've also got people watching them all the time because of the media and. To take that's a lot of pressure to take on, and there's going to be people that doubt it as well. Like Rio got a hard time sometimes saying that you shouldn't be moving on, you shouldn't be going with her, you shouldn't be introducing people to you.
It's no one's business.
It's not, and again, listen, I think Rio's done everything right, and I think.
But you don't know what's right until it's what you're doing, and you do what's right for you at the time.
Yeah,
you know.
And I think you're right, and a lot of people are quick to say what's right and wrong, but they've never been in that situation.
Absolutely.
And if they were in that situation, how would they deal with it and what would they do?
Nobody knows, do they?
Nobody knows.
No.
Rio knows.
Hopefully we won't ever know.
Kate
really,
knows.
but
I hope I don't know. I wouldn't want to. Would you rather die before me or after me?
I don't know, I feel you've put me on the spot.
Well, yeah, but what would you prefer?
I don't want to die at all, so to be honest with you, what I'll say is I would rather die after you because I'd want to put off dying.
You'd want to die after me? So you could cope. You could cope in life without me being there.
No, but I don't want to die, so.
But you'd rather take the risk of being lonely than actually dying before me.
I'd rather be lonely than dead.
So if anything ever happens to me, we know. Alex used to always say, because you work so hard and because you're with your nails and stuff, when it gets to like Christmas time and you're super busy, Alex actually says, oh, like you can't tell my fingerprint now. It wouldn't work on the phone. And that is always.
Don't tell people.
But that's what you tell me, and that scares me a bit because the whole December I can't sleep because I'm panicking
more than
that you're going to be.
Really? That's a relationship. You worry you're getting murdered.
Nah, I'm only
people
joking.
are actually listening to this.
Well, thank you everyone for listening, and if you are listening, please subscribe, leave a comment, thumbs up, and
down there. Comment down below.
So
the answer to the joke last week.
Oh yes, a joke.
What? I can't even remember the joke.
Word begins with E and only has one letter in it?
Oh, I just said it, didn't I?
It is. No, you didn't.
Did you not say the joke about it?
The answer is envelope. I don't know if you said envelope there. So it is envelope, guys. So please just leave the laughing emojis underneath at this point of the podcast. We're not quite ready for this yet, Alex.
You don't know what you looked at my phone.
No, I promise you. So
you do know this fact.
Obviously, the end of this podcast is the random fact. I don't want to see it.
I know, but we
need to end on it.
Sorry, I thought we were at the end, just based on the fact the Uber's coming in 5 minutes.
I thought you changed it.
I did, but we're nearly
That's fine, we've got plenty of time. It's all good, guys, because podcasters and YouTubers, I want to spend time with you tonight. No, that sounds really weird, doesn't it?
Doesn't it?
What's happening in the next week? What have we got on? Just
much.
Putting you on the spot so much. Lots of work, lots of
we've got work on Monday.
We do have work on Monday, we've got an event we're going to, don't we?
Yes. Work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
And it's almost coming up to Valentine's weekend. What's everyone up to? What are you up to on Valentine's Day, babe?
I'm working, and then I'm going home for a bath.
Who with?
Myself.
Oh.
And probably
See,
the
always said you were good at DIY. Oh, Alex, I'm only joking. I'm only joking. I know, I should have said that on the podcast. So you're having a bath on your own on Friday night. I will be going out for.
I don't know what to say to that.
I'm going to be out. I think I'm going out for Friday night dinner with my family on Friday night.
That's nice. Happy Valentine's Day.
To the fam. Also, I was going to say something on that note about. But we're going out for dinner the next game week.
Are we?
We've got a lot going on, so I'm going to take you out for dinner the next game week.
Yeah, it's about to surprise me.
Not telling you where we're going.
Good.
Total surprise.
I think I deserve that.
It's one of these things because we know each other so well. I bet when we turn up to the place, you'll be like, I knew that. You will know, I think.
It's been that long since you surprised me with dinner. I can't quite remember where we were going. I'm only joking.
We went. What did we have? We had Nando's last night. That was good.
It was okay, yeah.
What did you get?
chicken.
You do want to get us Uber, don't you?
Nobody cares what I had for my dinner last night.
From Nando's.
Oh, I had chicken thighs done medium.
Katie Jeffrey cares. She watches the podcast sometimes. What does you discussed this?
We had a discussion about the chicken butterfly or the chicken thighs, and I said the meat was nicer on the thighs, and she said, "Oh, I don't want brown meat." And I said, "Well, the chicken breast is a bit dry for me in Nando's." And she takes the skin off for health, like, you know, like to be healthy. Yeah, because there's obviously like the skin's like the most unhealthy part.
Kate, if you're watching this, but don't go to Nando's.
The skin's a nice bit, you know.
Yeah, don't go to Nando's to be healthy.
So I had the chicken thighs with mash, and it was really nice actually. I'm not a massive Nando's person,
but
I didn't mind my dinner. Yeah, it was okay.
Well, I had my normal. I had my chicken burger and double chips, 2 portions of chips, because that's what I want.
Because you're being healthy. Ooh.
Yes, exactly. So. We are coming to the end of the podcast. It is a slightly shorter one this week because Uber has just told us that he's outside or close by or something. Yeah, but really enjoying the podcast, guys. Really enjoying doing it. And when we sat down just now, we did say that it's like a weekly thing. And I feel I'm enjoying it a lot. So please subscribe. All these things we normally talk about. And Alex's favourite thing. Comment
down below.
So, right, we're ready for the random fact.
My fact, you know this fact, you've seen my phone.
I absolutely swear on my life I've not seen it.
We both got told this fact this week, and actually it's the most, like I really have never heard this before. Do you remember what Lindsay told us this week?
Yes, I do.
She lived in Dubai for 6 years, and we were talking about when you go to Dubai to work, which we're hoping to do. And it's not a permanent thing. We were talking about the weather, and she told us that in Dubai, there's something called cloud seeding.
Yes.
So they seed the clouds to make it rain, and I didn't believe it at all. So it was Google.
And I can understand why you didn't believe it.
So if I could just fill you in the United Arab Emirates has been carrying out cloud seeding operations for more than a decade. This involves flying an aircraft to a cloud that has little rain droplets already present. The aircraft shoots salt flares into the cloud to enhance rainfall.
Wow.
Doesn't matter. So
that is quite amazing, isn't it?
So there must constantly be aircrafts in Edinburgh shooting flares.
Just rains constantly. You came up with an interesting question as why couldn't they have done that in Australia?
I know, but I'm not scientific, so I'm sure there
must be a reason for it.
Well, maybe there was no clouds already, so you've obviously got to have the clouds already.
So it is,
so they're almost stimulating the clouds.
Yes. They're cloud stimulators.
But
yes,
I think that really
that's fascinating.
So they're stimulating rainfall. So if it wasn't like when do you ever see rain? Not very often in Dubai. But if it does rain, is that all quite false raining? Is that all?
Do you know what? I would have been surprised about that happening anywhere apart from Dubai. It doesn't nothing surprises me about from Dubai. It is.
But it must happen in other places.
They must do other places.
United Arab Emirates, which is obviously other places in Dubai, but. You know, I find that really interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe obviously in Australia, if they could do that, they would.
No, they would that. Yeah.
So there must be something.
There must be something there to begin with to actually do what they do. That is absolutely incredible.
So there we go. There's my fact. It's your turn.
I love that. It is my turn next week. On the world of climate, the chat of climate change and stuff, Antarctica had its hottest ever day today, 18 degrees.
Did it?
Hotter than us.
That's been a fact for next week.
So it has obviously been a bit of a quicker podcast tonight. What are we on? About 25 minutes? I hope it's been good. I feel I've just waffled on a little bit.
Not at all.
But I hope it's been okay. But we have the reason we're going to go, it's a quicker one this week. We're doing our special on Tuesday, so you're not going to get less of us this week. You'll get more of us this week, although this podcast is slightly shorter, okay? Also, my face is pure white.
You're not...
With this lighting, it's pure white. So next week I'm changing the lighting. On Tuesday I'm changing the lighting.
Okay.
I'm not happy with it. So yeah, thank you so much for everyone that's watching, everyone that's listening, everyone that's subscribing, and everyone that is commenting
down below.
Yes, you like that so much. Alex walks about the house just saying, comment down below. No, Alex, I did not mean that. I meant that in a YouTube way, not in a... Anyway, you've had too much Prosecco tonight. So, we're going to run off because Alex isn't wanting to get an a bad Uber rating, because Uber has been outside for a couple of minutes now. We are literally going to shut off, switch off.
I'm a wee bit worried what's going to happen next.
Run out, get in the Uber, and we're not going to look back. we're going to go, so we are away to a surprise birthday, really excited, and that's it.
Yeah.
Rest of the
Bye,
weekend.
have a great week.
No, wait a second. So yes, have a great week, everyone, and thanks again. Have an amazing time. Get ready, it will be out on, no, the podcast will be out on Wednesday. We're watching it on Monday, recording on Tuesday. Tonight's will be out tomorrow night at 8 PM on YouTube. 100%, because I'm not having that same disaster that happened last time, that it took like 9 or 10 hours to upload.
Fine, the Wi-Fi sorted then.
Thank you everyone so much. We are away. I'll do that again, that's cute. We'll do it together. We'll do the kiss after 3. No. So guys, thanks so much for watching, and we will see you next time.